Hello Capricorn, this is Vanessa from Celestial Soul Tarot and welcome to your monthly reading for October 2022. Thanks so much for joining me. So we're going to take a look into the energies, right? See what's coming through for Capricorn. What messages do we have here? Right, what does Capricorn need to know at this time for October? Messages for October, Capricorn energy here. Messages for Capricorn. Okay, so taking a look into the recent past here, we have the Two of Wands. Your current situation, we have the High Priestess. Your challenge is the Knight of Wands. What's hidden is the Emperor. The help is the Two of Cups. And the energy moving into November is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands, right? The pages are the apprentices of the tarot. Okay, there's some learning here involved, some work that needs to be done. They do send messages, right? They are, like I said, the pages. So there could be a message that you could be open to receiving. It could be something inspirational, motivational, something that's exciting. It is the Wands energy after all, something that kind of leads you to act. Could be any sort of form, right? But I feel whatever this message is, it's going to help you to kind of push yourself in a new direction, which is going to require you to learn something new in regards to getting the courage up to initiate change in your life and to move in a new direction. Again, it feels like a redirection in some way, shape, or form, right? So again, feeling motivated, inspired to act, to shift your energy, but there's some learning involved here in regards to this, right? So what we have here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the foundational energies first, then I'll pull some runes, we'll take a look, we'll dig a little bit deeper, and if required, we'll take a look into another deck of tarot here, if that's something that we need to do. Okay, so starting with the recent past, right, we have the Two of Wands, right, the fork in the road energy, right, decision point, so to speak. Take the easy road, or if you want to, with the mountain here, there's some challenges and difficulties. It's your choice. What are you going to do, right? So for some of you here, again, it's coming across as a newer type of journey or something that you're learning to do, something that brings you a lot of excitement. It does feel, again, the same kind of backpack energy. This feels like it is the page, right? And again, the learning energy, again, graduating from the page to the knight. And what do you know? The Emperor is showing up in this reading. So I do feel like you're evolving over the month of October here, Capricorn, right? So yeah, in the past, there's a decision point that you made in regards to a new direction or a realization or opening yourself up to a new direction in life, something with a little bit more adventure, maybe something exciting, a little bit of freedom in your life, right? That sort of thing, okay? So like I said, we are going to dig deeper when we look into the runes, but moving on here, we have the High Priestess, right? And this is your present energy. You are keeping this to yourself. Nobody knows, has no idea, right? The fact that there's a new direction, something is inspiring you, motivating you, you know, the freedom that you want, the expression that you want to, you know, there's the learning. There could be learning behind the scenes, right? That sort of thing. There's something happening here where you're really trusting your intuition, your inner knowing, you're kind of flowing with the energy here, right? But this is someone who keeps to themselves. Nobody has any idea what you're doing behind the scenes at all, okay? We will dig a little bit deeper and see what this actually might be, but it has everything to do with this new direction and the fact that you're not sharing that with anybody, right? Maybe your partner knows, or maybe you have a family member you told, maybe, right? But other than that, you're not sharing that with like coworkers or your neighbors or that sort of thing, right? Your relatives at the family reunion, they don't know, right? That sort of thing, okay? So what we have here now, again, a lot of fire coming through here, right? In regards to these energies. The Knight of Wands is your challenge, right? This is action oriented. Okay, so from the page, like I said, decision marker energy. Now it's time to act is the challenge here. Time to start doing something, right? And so for some of you here, this is freeing up your energy, freeing up your time to do whatever it is that you love to do, the creative energy, the excitement, something that makes you feel alive in life, right? Maybe this is something like a hobby, something that you're doing behind the scenes that nobody knows, but you love it, right? Or for some of you, maybe it's a hobby that you eventually want to turn into a career, turn it into a full-time job, a business. And I could see that coming through here also. But again, this would be something that you'd be taking your time with, perhaps in the past here, recent past, and who knows how long ago, you decided to start on this new path and you've been learning all along behind the scenes and nobody knows at this point in time what you're doing, but now you're acting on it. That's your challenge. This is something you're meant to do, is to start working with these energies in some way, to do what you want to do, to express yourself in some way, to make you feel alive, to give yourself some freedom, to create balance in your life in some way. If you've just been focused on work and doing things for other people, it's time to do stuff for you. What do you want to do, right? And so what we have here now is the Emperor, which is hidden. And so this is the energy of your energy coming through here. Again, this is the energy of Aries, but it has everything to do with focusing on that leadership potential, right? Taking charge of your life, initiating something new. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It brings new beginnings in whatever area or house it sits within your chart. So if you have a Capricorn rising, right, Aries is going to be your 10th house, your 4th house of home, your family, your roots, it's emotions, right? Maybe some of you want to start a job, create a business working from home, essentially is what this could be for some of you. Working from home, home-based business, right, gives you some freedom, being your own boss, being a manager, right, kind of, for some of you, just kind of creating your own schedule, initiating this new thing in your life, right? Being responsible. But it also gives you passion, the expression, the desire to do something else. And it comes across as a hobby energy with the fire, a hobby energy, and wanting to turn that, take charge of it, be a leader of it, become very good at it. And eventually, again, start working with other people, giving back in some way, helping them in some way, right? And to become financially successful is what's coming through here. Slowly but surely, eventually is what the process is coming as, right? Because what we have is the helper, is the Two of Cups. You know people, Capricorn, right? You have people, I was going to say Rolodex, but that would date me. You have people in your Rolodex. You have people, you know people, right? And so, yeah, you have connections, relationships, people in your life, but it comes also across the fact that you want to help people, right? There's something that you have in regards to something that you desire, you're good at, you're skilled at, that you've learned, that you've taken, all kinds of, for some of you here, it just comes along as this deep, exciting sense of passion and desire, but something that you're good at and something perhaps you've taken a long time to learn as well, but you've kind of reached a point here. It can be a mastery type of energy where now you're able to help others in some way and give back, very generous, very loving, very kind. But it also comes back of the fact that you know people who you can help, or people are looking for you in regards to knowing. You may have some people who know what you do behind the scenes, right? That, a few trusted individuals who know that you're kind of on this path, and they could be opening, you're opening up to the fact, or they're opening up to you, in regards to the help that perhaps you can give them. But it's almost coming across, perhaps for some of you, whatever this is that there are connections and there are people available, right? Clients, customers, that sort of thing. And again, it comes down to people that you already know or that can help, right? But we also have here is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is the energy moving into November. And so this is someone who's very confident in their skills and their abilities, right? Very independent, enjoying the pleasures of life, having a good time. They're not worried about their money. This is someone who attracts success, attracts money, attracts work, attracts relationships, right? She has no worry, no stress, right? The butterflies are significant of transformation within her life, her ability to get her to where she wants to be, male or female, right? But again, someone who worked themselves from a page, doing work behind the scenes. Now it's time to take action, take the lead, start something new, start making connections here. You already have people that you're connecting with. And for some of you, it's starting to open up a business here. For some of you, it comes across as something that would be something that you could do from home. For many of you, quite possibly, where you have the ability to blossom and flourish and be financially successful, okay? Moving forward. All right, let's take a look into the runes here. Typically, I do a casting, but I'll lay these out one by one, okay? Okay. Yeah, so looking into the past here, right? So Perfect Merkstave, right? This is two of these runes are reversed, right? Merkstave energy, so it's just saying it's more of like a reflective, contemplative type of energy. Okay, and so in the recent past, it's just telling me, and who knows how long ago this was, that there was a decision point or a crossroads type of energy where you were having difficulty taking that chance, taking that risk, opening yourself up to the unknown in regards to the situation. And it feels like something new and exciting. It comes across as like turning a hobby into a business sort of thing is what this is, or something that you enjoy doing. Maybe it's a current career path that you're good at and you learning more about it, and now you have exceeded, and maybe you have all kinds of titles and responsibilities, and you're able to kind of take that energy and shift it and start your own company sort of thing, right? Or for some of you, you could team up with somebody else here, right? With other people. Again, depending the type of industry that you're in, or if maybe you have a partner who wants to help you. I mean, who knows? But what, again, coming back to the past here, there's all sorts of unknown and opening yourself up to taking a risk and the opportunity of the fact. It comes down to seeing your potential within yourself to do this new thing and taking the path. And it's the path of where there's resistance. And I feel like some of you were open to taking on the challenge of that, the difficulties of perhaps juggling multiple things as well here, right? Doing the hard thing behind the scenes. Nobody knows what you were doing. Probably still doesn't know what you're doing, but you're doing it anyways, right? And then there's the balance that you have to try to create within your life in regards to a variety of areas, right? So again, there's some sort of unknownness in the fact that you don't know if it's going to work out or not, but essentially you took that chance and you're on the road because it's clearly coming through here, right? And so now behind the scenes, you're on the road, and there's all sorts of hidden, again, the potential within yourself here. It comes across also as clearly hidden potential for some of you that you haven't seen or even tapped into yet, because there's more, right? Because we're still at the page here. The challenge is to move yourself into the night to eventually become the hidden energy of the Emperor, right? So it comes down to hidden potential that you're not aware of, right? And so tapping into that, the inspiration, the confidence, the getting your fire back and opening yourself up, because this is the rune of fire and light, right? And having that confidence and taking charge of your life and knowing that you can be the leader, right? And it's just opening yourself up to that, right? That you don't need to be the page, that you can actually be the emperor. And shift your perspective and open yourself up to knowing that you can be the emperor, right? Or the empress, but the emperor energy, male or female, essentially, right? It's a leadership energy. And so what we have here is this challenge that has everything to do with connecting to others, relationships, connections, could be contractual in some sort of way, perhaps for some of you. But it all comes down to balance, right? The challenge is to balance now whatever it is that you're trying to do behind the scenes, but also with your daily life. And I feel like there's action that needs to happen here in regards to feeling alive again and doing what you want and doing what makes you happy and what feels good. And maybe there's a hobby and maybe you want to eventually turn that into a career, and that's what's coming through here. Yes, but you need to start doing something about it instead of just thinking about it and wondering about it. And is it going to work out? Do I have time? Well, you make the time. If you want to be happy, you have to make the time to do what you love to do, or else you're going to be miserable, right? You don't want that. If you are miserable and you're unhappy and you know that there's something that you want to do, then start working behind the scenes. See your potential to that something can work out, right? And slow and steady energy, but you can get there. But this has everything to do with creating balance in your life, but starting, you got to start somewhere, right? Start. It's all this is, okay? And so what we have here, the hidden energy, like I said, is the Emperor, your ability, the potential that you can't see, but it's slow energy, right? So Uruz in general is slow. When it comes up Merkstave, if it's reversed, it's going to be extra slow. So this is going to be, it's just going to take a little bit longer for you to achieve this energy, but don't give up, right? So that's the thing. It's methodical. It's day after day, small bits at a time, slow, steady. You don't force things. The fire energy wants to race ahead. It wants to do things quickly. You know, there's a need to really slow it down, to pump the brakes too. And for some of you here, the hidden element is the fact that you are not forcing yourself to be in the spotlight. Some of you don't even want to be in the spotlight. You just want to share your gift with others, your passions, your interests, right? But I do feel like over time, you will become this Emperor. Whether you like it or not, over time, you're going to shift into this energy. It's just going to happen. But it's not going to happen overnight, okay? And so what we have coming through here now then as the help is that there's some relationship situations here that are going to change and to transform, but it has everything to do with you helping them change and transform their lives, right? And an opportunity with current relationships, even maybe a current partnerships, work situations, you know, that sort of thing are going to change and transform, and the time and energy you're giving to certain people are going to shift, and maybe you give other people more time and effort, and maybe there's new people that you want to create new relationships with, that sort of thing, right? So it's almost like there's a balancing energy with the Two of Cups, and it has everything to do with decisions and choices around relationships and connections and friendships, and who or how much time you're going to spend with this person and how much time, right? Again, trying to create balance in your life, but it's almost like there needs to be like a breakthrough or a shift and a transformation in regards to who you're going to be spending your time with and how much time are you going to spend. So maybe you have work relationships, and then you have your family, right? And then you have people you're socializing with online, especially if you have some sort of online thing going for you, right? That sort of thing. And so you're going to have, right, there's a need to, if you want to transform your life and you want to get this thing off the ground, there's a need to start interacting and make changes and transformations in regards to who you're spending time with and how much time you're spending with these people and who you want to keep involved in your life. And if you have people in your life who are aware of what you're doing and they don't agree, well, then maybe those people aren't in your life anymore, and maybe you need to limit yourself in your communication with some of these people, right? So there's just needs use discernment in regards to opening yourself up. But I do feel that there is also some help available here, that you're available to help other people transform their lives in some way also, depending on what it is that you're doing. It is a very helpful type of energy here. And like I said, you do have connections, existing connections, right, that can also transform your life. And there could actually be an opportunity for a partnership energy as well here, okay? So moving into the Nine of Pentacles, right, like I said, this is the energy moving into November here. We have the rune of joy and happiness, right? Celebration, fun, right? A sense of belonging, success. Things are really starting to turn around for you. And I feel like it has everything to do with all the hard work that you're putting in behind the scenes. The fact of the matter is now you're meant to start putting more energy and effort outside, to share with people, to start transforming relationships and connections, to start connecting with others, right? So again, if some of you were behind the scenes and nobody really saw you, now it's time for you to get noticed and seen. And it is going to take a time for you to get to the Emperor, but again, like I said, slow and steady energy. It's going to come out of nowhere and you will get here. But again, I do feel for some of you, it's time for you to start showing up in the world and get noticed, get seen, slowly and steadily, just sharing what you have, right? Because I do feel with this Nine of Pentacles doesn't feel like, boom, you're going to suddenly make a bunch of money and you're going to be independent and successful within a month. That's not what this is. There's potential here with this Nine of Pentacles as you focus on what makes you happy, what feels good for you, the pleasures of life, right? Slowly this situation can start to shift and transform, and for you to start easing your way into this as you focus on the fact that you're not trying to make money. If you focus on the fact that you want to do what you love to do and it feels good and you want to help others in some way, the money you just attract it. Like I'm hoping that's what I'm trying to express and trying to give across here. If you chase after money, it's going to dissolve. If you chase after people, they're going to dissolve. If you chase after and work on something that you love to do and the fact that you just want to help people, you will start attracting people and financial situations into your life because of your shift in energy, your vibration, right? You're not chasing after the next dollar bill. You're not chasing after people in relationships. You're doing and focusing on you, but it has everything to do with how what you can do and what you love to do can help others. And so with that combination of energies, you're just going to start attracting in your life. And this feels like it's just the beginning. If you stay focused and stay happy and you have fun and you enjoy what you're doing and you're helping others, things will start to flow and you'll see that, Capricorn, right? So this isn't like you're going to just pop in Nine of Pentacles at the end of the month. No, but it's a slow and steady process because it is Earth, but that is the direction that you are going in, okay? So this is what I have for you here. I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this reading helpful.